Rich Dad, Poor Dad is not just a book, it's a movement. Written by Robert Kiyosaki, it has become one of the most influential personal finance books of our time. Since its release, it has challenged and changed the way tens of millions of people around the world think about money. The core of Kiyosaki's philosophy is a bifocal perspective on handling finances, depicted through two paternal figures, the rich dad and the poor dad. Each dad represents different financial ideologies and personal philosophies. Kiyosaki uses these figures to contrast ineffective traditional financial advice with a more innovative, risk-oriented approach. The book is structured around a series of lessons that Kiyosaki learned from his rich dad, supposedly his best friend's father, about creating wealth and financial independence. The essence of Kiyosaki's book lies in its simplicity and relatability. It doesn't just offer complex financial theories, but breaks down the financial wisdom into comprehensible, actionable strategies that an average reader can understand and apply. The narrative drives home the point that financial education is scarcely taught in schools, but is crucial in shaping one's ability to succeed in acquiring wealth. Rich Dad, Poor Dad goes beyond mere financial advice. It is a tool for financial awakening, urging readers to rethink everything they have been taught about money. It encourages a shift from a paycheck-to-paycheck living to an asset-building lifestyle. Through the rich dad's teachings, Kiyosaki provides insights into how anyone, regardless of their financial background, can cultivate a mindset that will enable them to achieve financial freedom and security. The characters of Rich Dad and Poor Dad serve as the foundation of Kiyosaki's financial ideologies. The poor dad, Kiyosaki's biological father, was a highly educated man who held a PhD and a high-profile government job. Despite his education and career, he struggled financially and lived a life constrained by financial insecurity. He believed in traditional routes to success, working hard, saving money, and staying out of debt. On the other hand, the rich dad, the father of Kiyosaki's friend, was a businessman who never finished 8th grade but became one of the wealthiest men in Hawaii. He represented the antithesis of Kiyosaki's poor dad, believing in financial education, investing, and learning how money works as the keys to financial success. Rich Dad viewed money as a tool to be used to create more wealth, rather than as an end goal. This stark contrast between the two dads provided Kiyosaki with unique insights into the vastly different approaches to money and life. While his poor dad preached the importance of academic excellence and job security, his rich dad emphasized financial education and investment savvy. These differing perspectives shaped Kiyosaki's financial beliefs and actions, ultimately influencing the lessons he chose to share in his book. The backgrounds of these two paternal figures illustrate the impact of one's upbringing and environment on their financial outlook and capabilities. It highlights the importance of what Kiyosaki terms financial intelligence, a concept that goes beyond mere academic intelligence and into the realm of financial decision-making and investment strategies. This dichotomy between the two dads' philosophies forms the crux of the book and serves as a backdrop for the financial lessons that unfold in the subsequent chapters. One of the pivotal lessons from Rich Dad is the importance of understanding the difference between an asset and a liability. Rich Dad explains that an asset puts money into your pocket, whereas a liability takes money out. This simple yet profound advice forms the cornerstone of building wealth. He emphasizes investing in assets such as real estate, stocks, and bonds, which can generate passive income over time. Rich Dad also taught Kiyosaki the significance of making money work for you, rather than you working for money. This involves developing income streams that do not require your active involvement, a concept known as passive income. For instance, rental income from properties or dividends from stocks can grow one's wealth even when they are not actively working. This is contrasted with the poor dad's approach of relying solely on employment income. Another key lesson is the power of financial education. Rich Dad believed that understanding how money works and how to make investment decisions is more critical than earning a high salary. He encouraged Kiyosaki to learn about accounting, marketing, and the law as tools to build and protect wealth. This education is what allows individuals to take advantage of opportunities that the financially uneducated might miss. Moreover, Rich Dad advocated for learning by doing. He encouraged taking risks and learning from failures as essential steps to becoming financially savvy. This hands-on approach to learning about money and investments is what sets apart those who grow rich from those who remain stuck in financial mediocrity. Rich Dad's lessons are about empowerment through knowledge and the courage to act on that knowledge, despite potential risks. Section 4. Contrasting Financial Mindsets. Rich Dad versus Poor Dad. The financial philosophies of Rich Dad and Poor Dad are diametrically opposed. Poor Dad's mindset is rooted in the traditional belief system that values education as the primary pathway to financial security. He advised Kiyosaki to seek a stable job with good benefits, save money, avoid debt, and value job security above all. This approach, while safe, often leads to financial stagnation and dependency on a paycheck. Rich Dad, however, challenged these norms. He viewed the world of money as a game to be mastered, and he believed that financial independence comes from understanding how money works and using that knowledge to create and accumulate wealth. He discouraged the rat race of paycheck dependency and promoted financial literacy as the true path to freedom. His teachings focus on building assets that generate ongoing income, a stark contrast to the Poor Dad's emphasis on savings and job security. This contrast between the two dads' mindsets highlights a fundamental shift in thinking required to move from financial insecurity to wealth. While Poor Dad's advice may lead to a stable but potentially unfulfilling financial life, Rich Dad's approach opens up the possibility of financial freedom and richness in life. It's about choosing between playing it safe and playing it smart with money. The difference in mindset also extends to how each dad views money itself. Poor Dad saw money as something to be earned through labor and then conserved. Rich Dad saw money as a tool that could be leveraged to create more money. This fundamental difference in perception is what Kiyosaki suggests is the key to shifting from a cycle of financial struggle to one of wealth accumulation. Section 5. Actionable steps toward financial independence. Based on the teachings of Rich Dad, there are several actionable steps that readers can take to achieve financial independence. The first is to educate oneself about financial matters. This means not just reading books and articles, but also attending workshops, speaking with financial advisors, and engaging with other financially knowledgeable individuals. Education is the foundation upon which wealth is built. Secondly, it's crucial to start investing early. Investments in stocks, real estate, or businesses can grow over time and contribute to one's income streams. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of learning about different investment options and understanding the risks and rewards associated with each. This proactive approach to investment can significantly enhance one's financial position. Another step is to focus on acquiring assets rather than accumulating liabilities. This involves discerning between what will make you money and what will cost you money in the long run. For instance, buying a house that generates rental income is an asset, whereas buying a luxury car that depreciates quickly is a liability. Making informed decisions about purchases is key to financial growth. Lastly, Kiyosaki encourages taking calculated risks. While this may seem daunting, it's often necessary for significant financial gain. This doesn't mean reckless gambling, but rather making well-thought-out decisions that have the potential to pay off. Learning from failures and persisting despite setbacks is part of the journey towards financial independence. Section 6. Conclusion. Impact of Rich Dad. Poor Dad's lessons on financial future. The lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad are more than just financial advice. They are a blueprint for a paradigm shift in how money is perceived and handled. They challenge the conventional wisdom of work, save, retire, with a more dynamic approach of earn, invest, create. For those who embrace Kiyosaki's teachings, the potential impact on their financial future is profound. Adopting the Rich Dad's mindset can lead to increased financial confidence and capability. It encourages an entrepreneurial spirit, fosters financial literacy, and cultivates a proactive approach to wealth creation. This mindset shift is essential for anyone aiming to escape the rat race and achieve financial freedom. Moreover, the global impact of Kiyosaki's book suggests that these lessons have universal appeal and effectiveness. People from various backgrounds have applied these principles and have transformed their financial destinies. This widespread success underscores the book's value as a tool for financial education. In conclusion, Rich Dad, Poor Dad offers invaluable lessons that, if understood and applied, can radically change one's financial outlook and life. It's about choosing to be empowered through financial education instead of entrapped by financial insecurity. For many, Kiyosaki's book is the first step on a journey towards financial independence and a richer, more fulfilling life.